Okay, can be able to see we are together. So today, last time I think I had sent some notes. You can be able to go through what statistics is, methods of data collections, methods of data presentation. You can be able to go through tallying method, all that. I think last time people did not have a lot of issues. So today I just want to go straight forward to the main issues where basically we begin at least the unit with some simple things that you usually know. So the first one that I want to begin with is the arithmetic mean. So we have three measures of central tendency. That is the mean, the mode, and the median. So let me share a window. We do a bit of some of the examples, and then at least if you have any questions, then you'll be able to tell me. So let me share my window. At least you can be able to do that. I think we are set. I hope everyone can be able to see the word that is my blackboard for today. Hope everyone can be able to see. Okay, let me start. So I can be able to start with the mean. I can be able to start with the measures. Of central tendency. So the first one, you have said there are three. We have the mean. You have number two, the mode. Number three, median. So today we are just covering these three. So you need to understand them clearly. So we can be able to begin with the mean. Mean. So we are doing the mean for group data. So if you have basically been given some numbers, x1, x2, up to xn, at the mean are the same as x bar, the same as x1, plus all the way up to xn, all over the total number listed. So you just have to just be able to add up all the numbers and divide by the number of numbers that have been listed. That is the mean. So I'm starting with a group data, and I can be able to start with an example. Or the best thing, I can just go to the definitions first, and then we do the examples later. My work has disappeared. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Do what we're doing. Okay, oh, it is there. So that's what we had said about the mean. You add all the numbers and you divide by the total number of numbers. The mode. You can do the mode. The mode. I want a person to try in class. What do you think the mode is for group data? Someone can type the mode. The mode, I want to hear from you. What do you think the mode is? I want an answer from you. So I want someone to type. No one is typing. I can see only one person typing. I want the definition of mode. Numbering occurring frequently in a list. Number occurring frequently. Better definition. Can be able to have a better definition more than that. Number occurring frequently. You use a language that is so simple. You can be able, at least everyone can be able to understand. Most common number. No. Common. What do you mean by common? Most appearing number in a list. Most appearing. Okay, a better, but Lillian, let's do it for Lillian. She's typing. The mode of a set of data values is the value that appears most often. Okay, that's a better definition. Basically, a number is basically the number that appears the most times. Number appearing the most times. Sawa. Let's go now to median. Then we do an example, one example, demonstrate that. Median. Median, basically either you arrange the numbers in either ascending or descending. And descending order, it is the number in the middle. So it depends. So if two numbers are sharing a median, you take the average. So two numbers are sharing the median. Take what? The average. You take the average of the two numbers. If two numbers are sharing, basically the median. So let's do an example now. At least we can be able now to do an example, and then we cover at least those three in two examples. So example one. Find the mean, mode, and median. Number one. We have 4, 9, 2, 6, 9. 4, 9, 2, 6, and 9. Yes. Let's do first of all the mean. The mean be given by 4 plus 9 plus 2 plus 6 plus 9. The total number of numbers that have been listed are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5. So when you do that one, 4 plus 9, that is 13. 13 plus 2, 15. 15 plus 6, 21. 21 plus 9, 30. All over 6. You get it as what? As 5. The same as x bar. The mean is the same as x bar. We call it x bar. So that's how you get the mean for the data. So go back to the data. 49269. A person in class, they can tell me the modes. Give me the mode. Number 2, mode. Let me give you the data. Someone to try. Give me the mode for that one. Sorry, okay, I will check. Oh, I've seen I've divided wrongly. So 30 divided by 1, 2, or by 5, I've done the opposite. So thank you for that. Let me erase. Let me erase this one, and then I erase that one. So you're telling me is divided by 5. The total number of numbers are 5. That's a good C. Numbers are only 5. So you get 6. Okay, give me now the mode now. Give me the mode. I have 2 answers. Lucy and Awes. True, 9. Why 9? Why? Because 9 is appearing the most. 9 is appearing the most. Let's go to the now median. So I'll put them in ascending order. Ascending order. In ascending order, I'll have the is what? That is 2, and then 4, 6, 9, and 9. 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 9, and 9. So if you arrange your numbers in ascending order, that one and that one can go. That one and that one can be able to go. So the number in the middle is what? 6. So median is 6. Median is 6. I can do the final example on that. Number 2. Again, we want the mean for this data. That is 14. That is 16. That is 13. I'll begin here with the 19. 14, 16, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can have here 15, and you can have what? 17. Sawa. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 6 of them. So we can be able to do the mean. The mean, I will not go basically to the calculation of it. It's just how an overview of how you're supposed to do it. Because again, I need a calculator right now, but I can still be able to do it. So mean, that is x bar, will be given by 19 plus 14 plus 16 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17, and then we divide all this by 6. Let me take my handy calculator here. I have a calculator. When you're having these ones, calculator is so much helpful. Right? So 19 plus 14 plus 14 plus 16 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17. I'm getting it as 94 all over 6. Divide that one by 6. I was getting 15.67 after rounding off. So that is the mean basically of that data. Let's go to the second one, the mode. Someone to try the mode. Let me go back to the data. At least you can be able to see. Someone to try the mode. 19, 14, 16, 13, 15, and 17. Let me hear some answers. What is the mode? What is the mode? Oh, some people have a calc. Okay. Lillian, you are wrong. It is 15.67. I mean, I've gotten what? 16. Okay. Shall be able to confirm. So check. It is 6.7. Okay. Give me the mode then. Give me the mode. Give me the mode. Give me the mode. No one. Hey, keep quiet. Are you there? Mercy, where you are so much quiet. No answer at all. Vigil, Unguto. Gotten one answer. Let me hear another one. I have discussion, so it's much better. No mood. So I've gotten 2 correct answers, so I can be able to say truly in the data there's no number that is appearing more than the other one, so no mode. That is correct. So let's go now to the median. Sorry, median. So let's arrange our numbers again in ascending order. So we have the least one is 13, 14, 15, and then 16, 17, and 19. Okay. That is easy. 16, 13, 14, 16, was there 15? Let me check. Yeah, there's a 15. 15, 16, 17, 19. So again, the number in the middle, that one and that one will go. That one and that one will go. So we are remaining with 2 numbers in the middle. So the median will be given by 15 plus 16 all over 2. We said you take the average, so this one will get it as 15.5. Okay, let me hear if there's anyone with a concern about that or clarification. Anyone with a clarification on that? If there's no, just tell me to proceed. At least say something. Just tell me to proceed. So at least we go now for group data now. If you are okay with that, oh, proceed. Okay, proceed. Okay, sawa. We can just be able to proceed. Sawa. So let's go now for group data now. For group data. Now for group data, the mean basically, the mean. I don't know what my pen is doing for group data. So the mean x bar will be given by summation of f of x all over summation of f, whereby we have x is the midpoint of interval, the midpoint of interval. I'll show you how you'll be able to get it. And then our f basically is the frequency. Is the frequency. So you just have to take the midpoint and then you multiply with the frequency, and then the summation means what? You sum. So this one means this one is summation. Just the one is a summation. You're supposed to sum up. So after you multiply f times x, you do what? You do what? You add summation of f again. You do what? You add all of them. That's how the mean is given. Let's go now to the what? To the mode. So I'll start first of all with the model class. This one you know. This one you know how to calculate this one just by observation. This is the class with the highest frequency. Simple as that. Class with highest frequency. Simple as that. That's the model class. Now the mode, it is a value. So you guys and ladies, you know how to get the model class. And I'll show you in an example how to get the model class by observation. But I know you don't know how to get the what now, the mode. There's a formula for the mode. So the mode will be given by this now. It will be given by are you using the let me go back to the notes because I don't want to confuse you and give two different. Let me just go back to the notes and see what I had written. So the mode was given as L. I was using the lower. So we're given by L plus Fm minus F. What was I using? Let me see. Oh, FO. I was using FO. I don't want to confuse you. Let me rub. Control Z. Let me just rub. Don't want to confuse you. This is the formula I've given you. FO. My pen. FO minus FA all over FO minus FA plus FO minus FB, and then the whole of this one we are supposed to multiply with what? W. That's what I have given you in the notes. Multiply by W. Now there are some terms here you must be able to understand. So when you have the model class L, this one is the lower class boundary of model class of the model class. Another term that you need to know is FO. So FO, this one is given by the frequency of model class. Frequency of a model class. In short, I read it like that, MC, model class. Frequency of model class. FA, this one is the frequency before the model class. It's just the frequency just before. And then we have FB, this is the frequency after model class. Very important. And our last term, W, this one is the class width. So again, I will be able to show you all this. So if you have the formula, if you understand this formula, then it will be much easier for you to calculate the mode. Don't confuse, I'll show you the difference between the model class and the mode when you come to an example. And then we have now the last one, which is the median. I'll just do 2 examples and you'll be able to see the median. The median, again, if I go back, let me see the formula that I gave you. Okay, I've been able to see. I'll give you as L plus N over 2 minus cumulative frequency all over the cumulative frequency all over F, and then again times W here. So I'll not define W again. I cannot. The L basically is the lower class boundary. L again, L is the lower class boundary where N over 2 falls. I'll show you how to get N over 2. N, this one is the total frequency. And then we have our CF, cumulative frequency. This one is the cumulative frequency. I'll show you it will be able to fall. Now this one, our F, this one is the frequency where N over 2 falls. Then I have the what the W had explained. So if you go back to the notes, if you understand these formulas, then it will not be that hard. But for the what for the mode and the median, you don't even have to understand the formula. In a table, I'll be able to demonstrate to you in this example. So let me do a simple example. At least I can be able to show you. So example. Then at least if you have any questions, you'll be able to inform me. So in the example now, check this one out. So you are calculating the odds. Remember, calculate the mean, mode, and what? Median. So you can have a set of just simple data here. And now we are a class here. And here we have the frequency. You can have a class from 10 to 14, 15 to 19, and then 20 to 24, and I can have finally 25 to 29. Then you can have this one as, let's say the frequency there is around 4. The frequency is around 6 maybe. Then we have here 7, then we have 8. It's just a simple example. So we need to calculate the mean, the mode, and the median for that data. So how do we proceed? So first of all, I'll encourage we can be able to start with the mean, or what we require basically calculate the mean mode. So I'll have some vertical columns going, some columns to be able at least to put all this data. So solution. So the first one I'll have is now like that one. You can be able to just start with the mean because of space. So the mean, I need this one. I need I'll show you how to get the what? This called what? The midpoint. And then I need here the frequency and I need FF. So what I'll have is the class. Then I'll have here the midpoint, our X, which is the midpoint. Then I'll have here the frequency, and then I'll have Fx. So I have 10 to 14, 15 to 19, and I have 20 to 24, and finally I have 25 to 29. So the frequency was given by, if I go 4786, 4786, 4, 7, 8, and 6. Now, how do you get X for this entry here? The first one, this one here, the one that I've circled there. Can someone try? Give me a value. How do you get the midpoint there? How do you get the midpoint? Someone to try. The one that I've circled. How do you get the midpoint? And start from there. How to get the midpoint? Because you can't use an interval, you need a value that will be able to multiply with f. You have the two values, then divide by 2. Another person to comment on that, how we get our x, our midpoint. So no one is responding. Bonyo, you are correct. You don't have to write another one. So that's correct. So this value here 10 plus 14. You divide that one by 2. You're getting it as what? 12. This one will be 12. The same, you add 15 plus 19, you get it as 17. 20, and then you'll get 22. Then 25, and this one you'll get 27. So now we multiply our f times x, 12 times 4. This one I'm getting it as 48. 17 times 7, I'm getting that 119. 22 times 8, 176. And then 27 times 6 as 162. Then I need to have something here, summation of fx. I add all this, then I add all those, 48 plus 119 plus 176 plus 162. I'm getting it as 545. 545. There is something here. Again, I need to have our here the summation of f. When you add all those, what are you getting? 4 plus 7, that is 11. 11 plus 14, 25. So x bar will be given by 545 divided by 25, which I'm getting as 20.2. So only on the mean, the most hardest thing is to maybe how to get our f, our x. But if you're able to get the x by dividing to get 12, 17, 22, and 27, you are okay. Anyone with a question there? Lower class limit plus upper class limit? No, you just add the 10 plus 14 and then you continue. I think I've shown you 10 plus 14, you divide by 2. Oh, yes, now you're understanding now. Lillian, Paul, that's okay. Anyone with another concern there? Anyone? You can say something or I proceed. Say something. Do I proceed to the media now? Finding F. You don't calculate F. F is given. F is given. Mitamo Thomas. F is given. I'll go back to the example. Our F was given. Our F is here. The frequency is here. You'll always be given in an example. 4, 7, 8, and 6. Mithamo, is that one clear? Mithamo, is that one clear? So let's wait for you to answer if we proceed or not. Okay, sawa. So we can be able to proceed. Okay, let's go now to the mode. Oh, sorry, we start with the mode first of all. So again, I'll have the same data. I'll have so that is the mean. Let's go now to the mode. So mode, we saw we needed some things there. So we have another table here. I have another table here. And I have here the class. Our frequency. So 10 to 14. Like that. And then 15 to 19, and then 20 to 24, and then 25 to 29. I go back and the frequency I just copy the way it is. That is 4786. 4, 7, 8, and 6. 4, 7, 8, and 6. 4, 7, 8, and 6. And then now, remember on the formula for mode, we did some things here. Yeah, here it is now. The mode. Let me go back to the formula for mode. So the mode, the most important thing, the FO, the FA, and the FB, don't worry, I'll show you how to calculate that. But we need W. So let's go back to the data and calculate first of all W. Can someone try the class width W? Because the class width will be given from this class. This one class width. Let's start with the class width first of all. Class width? Someone to try? Give me an answer, class width. I want some answers. Class width for that data. 10, 14, 4, 15, 19, 7, 20, 24, 8. I want the class width. Someone has given me one answer. No one else is trying. Okay. So it is given by the upper class boundary. Always you are correct. The upper class boundary. The upper minus lower class boundary. Class boundary. So we can take any class boundary, but it is advisable to take a class that is in between. So let's consider this one. Let's consider this class 15 to 19. So the W, the upper class boundary for this one will be 19.5. The lower class boundary, the value that is between 14 and 15, that is 14.5. We shall get out a 5. That's how you calculate to get the class. So the class field is not 19 minus 15, 4, but it is a 5. Let's go back to x. Let's go back to x. Let's go back to x. I want you to answer this question. X, remember our x, it was helping us to get the what? The mean. For you to move from 12 to 17, or 17 to 22, or 22 to 27, you add how many steps? Answer me that. You add how many steps? For you to move from 12 to 17, 17 to 22, 22 to 27, you add how many steps? To move to each. Oh, it's Thomas. Okay, that's a good answer. Let me hear from another person. Okay, Sawa, another one. 5. I think I've gotten at least 5 answers. So you can be able to see, basically, you can still be able to come and get the class with if you are not sure, or from the midpoint. The midpoint can be able to guide you because it should be uniform when you're moving from one midpoint to the other. Okay, so let's now go to the needy. In this example now, we said for the mode, we need the what? We need the model class. So let's first of all do the model class. Model class. Go back to the definition. This is the class with the highest what? With the highest what? Frequency. So which class has the highest frequency here? Which class has the highest frequency? Someone to try. You have 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29. So which one has the highest frequency? Someone to try. Okay, Sawa, I think I'm seeing some answers. Okay, Sawa, yes, true. 20 to 24, because it has the highest frequency of 8. That's okay. It has the highest frequency of 8. That's okay. At least now we are following. So the model class is, we can agree, is 20 to 24, because it has the highest frequency, which is that. So remember the formula for the mode. Let's now go back to the mode now. It was given by L, where we are saying our L is the lower class boundary of what? Of the model class. Can someone give me the lower class boundary of 20 to 24? The lower class boundary of 20 to 24. So give me the lower class boundary. It is true the model class is 20 to 24. So what is the lower class boundary for that? What is the lower class boundary for that? Sawa, at least you are following. That's true. 19.5. Sawa, that is the formula. Plus, you remember our F naught. Our F naught was the frequency of the model class. The frequency of the model class is what? Is what? 8. Minus. We subtract the what? The frequency before. So the frequency before. So this one is our what? This one is our F naught. This one. The frequency of the model class. Our FA is here is the frequency before. This one here is the frequency before. This one is the frequency F naught, the frequency of the model class. And then we have the frequency after the model class, which becomes our FB. So you can easily be able to see clearly. So when you go to the 8, so before is 7 and after is 6. So that's how you get FA and FB. I hope that is clear. How you get your FA is the frequency before and frequency after. You don't calculate, it is just given. The frequency before, so this one becomes our FB. Our FB after and before. And then you just have to use the formula. So I'll have there 8 minus 7. And then all over, now this one we shall have two combinations. The first one is 8 minus 7 plus again another 8 minus after it is 6, and then the whole of this one, the whole of that one we multiply with what? With 5, our class width. If you do like that, if you simplify, we are getting 19.5, and then on the numerator we shall get a 1. 8 minus 7, that is 1. 1 plus 2, that is 3, and then the whole of this one times 5. If I proceed, I get 19.5 plus, and the answer is coming to approximately, that is 5 divided by 3 plus 19.5. So I'm getting 21.17. So that's how you get it. So we have said very clearly that FA is before and then FB is after. No calculation, just from the table. Is it clear? I want some comments if that is clear with you. I want some comments, people to say I proceed to the median or we stay there. If you have not understood how we have gotten it, you can ask. So someone has commented something. Another one to comment. How to get the mode. So you deal with the model class, the class with the highest frequency. Then from the model class, you get the lower class boundary. And now from the lower class boundary, you can be able to calculate. I've only gotten one person who is saying I proceed. I've not. The other people, do I proceed or I stay here? Okay, so I'll go now to the median, and after this I'm giving an exercise that we shall be able to do it here. I'll give you around 10 minutes to finish it, and then we have some answers, so at least we see if we are moving together. So let's go now to the median now. So again, I will not tire. I will prevail to be drawing my tables. Do I need a ruler to draw these tables? No, you don't need a ruler to draw. You can just be able, so you have a class 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 29 to, 25, 29. Then you add here my frequency. Someone to remind me it was what? Let me see, I go back up. I don't want to make any confusion. That is 4786. 4786. 4, 7, 8, and 6. Now, if you go back to the formula for the median, let me write here median now. For the median, we need what? The cumulative frequency. So how do you get the cumulative frequency? So the cumulative frequency, this one you just write it as 4, the way it is. To get the next value, we shall add this 4 plus 7 to get this one as what? As what? 11. Then we shall add now this 11 plus now 8 to get what? It's called what? That is what? 19. Then we shall add now 19 plus 6 to get 25. So that's how you get the what? The cumulative frequency. The first frequency, you just list it. Then you continue adding on. And if you check clearly, 25 should correspond you to the what? It should correspond to each value. Remember, the total frequency was 25. You remember the formula for mean? It should be able to correspond to that one. Let me hear some people. Are you okay with the cumulative frequency? Type something. Are you okay with the cumulative frequency? You can say, I'm okay. I proceed with the cumulative frequency. Okay, so so let's now go back to the formula. So first of all, we need the class n over 2, where it is falling. So our total frequency n is 25. You can be able to see it. So we need what? N over 2. Because remember, the median is the number in the middle. So we shall get 25 all over what? 2. That is 12.5. So now we go now to the cumulative frequency and trace where 12.5 is falling. So 12.5 is falling here. This is where 12.5 is falling. It is falling in between. It is falling between 11 and 19. If we just use some observation too. 12.5 is falling between what? 11 and 19. So I will ask a question. If 12.5 is falling between that, what do you think, which class shall we use as our median? Is it 15 to 19 or 20 to 24? That is the biggest question that people have. So which class? It is falling in between there. So which class shall we consider, 15 to 19 or 20 to 24? Let me hear some answers. So which class shall we consider? Which is falling between 11 and 19. But which class interval shall we consider there? Is it 15 to 19 or 20 to 24? I've gotten one answer. I'm waiting for the next one. I'm waiting for the second answer. I just want 3 answers. Only 3 answers, and then we'll proceed. I only have 2. Kimathi Brian, you have not even talked. Gideon, are you there? Hey, Vigil Onguto, today you have decided to keep quiet. Okay, the first two have gotten it. It is 20 to 24. Why? Because 15 to 19 is only up to the 11th value. Is up to only the 11th value. So we shall use what? We shall use 20 to 24, because 20 to 24, that's where 12.5 is falling. So let's go back to the formula. The formula that I had given you before, it was showing what? It was showing that we need what? We need the lower class boundary of 20 to 24. Can someone give me the lower class boundary of 20 to 24? So you can be able to say that 12.9, 12.5 falls at what? 20 to 24. Can someone give me the lower class boundary for that one? Okay, so I've gotten one answer. So I think you can be able to see it is 19.5. That's okay. So the median will be given by, remember our L, our lower class boundary, that is 19.5, plus our N over 2. Our N over 2 is 12.5, minus the cumulative frequency. Now we take the cumulative frequency before. So we have 12.5, so we shall consider 11 here. We shall consider 11 before. It has to be before. We just need to know how many steps we are moving over the frequency. So which frequency does 2024 belong to? We said we are taking the class 20 to 24. It has a frequency of what? It has a frequency of 8. And then we multiply with our class width that was coming to number 5. We did already that one before. So if I do this one correctly, 12.5 minus 1, and then I divide by 8, and then times 5, and then plus 19.5. I'm getting this one as 26.6875. So remember, 2.5, sorry, it's not 2.5, 12.5, it falls at 2024 with frequency 8. That's why we are taking an 8 here. That's why we are taking an 8 where the 2024 frequency is falling. And then we multiply by the class width, and then, oh, there's a mistake I've done. That is what? This one is a big mistake. It's not 1. So I've done wrongly in my calculation. This one is supposed to be 11. So my pen had failed me there. So 12.5 minus 11, and then you divide by 8, and then times 5, and then plus 19.5. So yeah, I'm getting, sorry, this answer is wrong. Let me rub it. I hope you have noticed that one. My pen had failed me there. So I'm getting as a 20.4375. Sorry for that. You can be able to confirm the answer. Yes, we are supposed to add the odds, the median, the mode, all of them. We normally add. We normally add all of them. So this one true, you add here. But here you subtract here 12.5 minus 11. You can't add. You always subtract to get the number of steps. Hendrix, you subtract 12.5 minus 11. Yeah, to add cumulative frequency, are you supposed to add cumulative or subtract? We are supposed to subtract. Go back to the formula that I gave you. We are supposed to subtract. You subtract. You subtract to get the number of values before those other ones. Anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? Thank you for that, Hendrix. Anyone with a question? You can say I proceed if you don't have any question. You can tell me to proceed. Don't worry, Mitamo. I'm recording the video. You'll still be able to get the video. So I'm asking, do you have any question on anything? So at least I can be able to give you something to try. Do I proceed or I repeat? So let me give you something. I give you 10 minutes. You need me. And I'm checking the attendance, people who will be giving me the answers, because now we need to be serious now. So this is the exercise now that I want you to do as I take a bit of water. So this is the exercise. I'm giving you only You're supposed to be fast, so 10 minutes are okay. So this is the exercise. So you calculate the mean, mode, and what? Median. Yes, try that one. The last digit is a 40. This one is a 40. 5 minutes, you should be done. We call it a day. If you can able to give me the mean, the mode, then I'll be okay with this one. And then bit, and then you see how I've gotten the values. Then I will be okay for today. So is that the exercise? 21 to 25, 26 to 30, 31 to 35, 36 to 40. Frequency is 2, 4, 3, and 1. Is it okay? Someone to say something? Is everything clear? Just need one person to say okay. One person to say okay. Sawa. 5 minutes. And then tumalize hii darasa. Resume on the recording. So people, because of the recording, so you have said the mean, our x was given, you take 21 plus 25, divide it by 3, by 2, you get 23, 26 plus 30, divide, you get 28, 33, 30, 38, and then you multiply with the frequency, and then after you sum up those ones, you are getting 295, and the summation of f was 10, so our mean was given by summation of fx divided by summation of f to get 10, and we got it as 29.5. So let's go to the modes. So first of all, we start with the model class. Model class. This one is a class with the highest frequency. The class with the highest frequency, that is 4, is which class? That is 26 to 30. 26 to 30. What we need to come and take the lower class boundary. So mode, the lower class boundary for this one will be given by 25.5 plus, and then we take the what? Our F naught. Our F naught, that highest frequency was 4. Then the frequency before that, on the table, that was 2. That was 2. And then 4 minus 2. plus 4, the next one is 3. And the whole of that one you multiply by 5. If you're noting, the class width is still the same because you take the upper class boundary, which is 30.5. So W can just be able to say W is 30.5 minus 25.5. So this one we should be getting it as 5. That's why we are getting a 5. So the mode here, let me confirm now. I had two people having different answers. So that is 1. Sorry, that is 2. That is 25.5 plus 2. 2 plus the over 3 and then times 5. So we have 10 divided by 3 plus 25.5. I have 28 points. 28.83 is a recurring decimal. So let me go back and see how many people got it. Median, Mtume Mwema, check. Sorry. The only person who gave me the mode was Omponyo Hendricks. That's correct. The mode Kipkoech, Brandon, I think you made a mistake in the what? In the recurring decimal, but you are close. So check the decimal and you will be able to see. Finally, I'll go now to the median. I'll go now to the median now. The median. So n is 10. So n over 2. That is the same as what? That is the same as n over 2. That is n over 2. That is 5. So I can still be able to use this table here. I add the cumulative frequency. At least it doesn't, I don't have to do a lot. So cumulative frequency for this one. So this one is a what? Is a 2. And then this one become a 6. 6 plus 3 you get 9, and then the total is 10. So we can be able to see that 5 is falling between there. That is where our n over 2 is falling. Our 5 is falling there. So which class shall we be able to take? It will be able to fall on the 26 to 30 class. That's where it shall be able to fall, because it is the class that has the frequency 4. And the class that has frequency 4 is 26 to 30. So the lower class boundary there will be given by median now. So median will be given by 25.5 plus 5, and then minus the cumulative frequency just before we reach what we wanted, n over 2. You can be able to see it is a 2. So you subtract 2. Subtract 2. Our class had a frequency of 4, and then we multiply with 5. Then I'm getting 25.5 plus 3 over 4 times 5. So 12 divided by 4, that is 3. No, sorry. 15 divided by 4, and then plus 25.5. 29.25. Let me go back and check who got it. Median 28. People are getting median 28. Have I gone somewhere wrong? Let me confirm again. We have said median is n over 2, and n over 2 is falling in which class? It is falling in this class that has a frequency of 4. And the lower class boundary for that one is what? Is 25.5. The frequency is 4. I can be able to confirm that. So I've taken the 5, I separated the cumulative frequency over the total frequency, and then I multiplied by 5. 5 minus 2, that is 3. 3 quarter of 5. I'm getting a 29.25. Let me hear your comments. No one got the median. No one got the median. to hear comments quickly. We call it, at least we'll be able to end there. So it may seem so easy, but again, I've got 29.25. That is Masiwere. Just that I did not type here. Hey, Masiwere. Hey, next time you type. Yeah, let me hear another one. Another one from Kanye Sophia. How did you get 28? Because I'm seeing that people have gotten. There must be something on the calculation that is mean that you got that is a bit different. Because I'm seeing who again got it at 28 with Amo, got it at 28. So I'm still wondering. Tune Muhema, you still got it at 28. So I'm wondering where you went wrong. Oh, so Kanye Sophia, you have seen your error. Yes, that's why we are doing the exercise. Believe me not, it may seem so simple that you have understood, but until you take a pen and do it, then you'll be able to see. It was an error. I used the cumulative instead of us. That okay, so okay, cumulative of 26 to 30. No, frequency. That is what? That is we took you use that one, you get 28. No, that is the class. That is the class. That is the class. That is the midpoint. But we had given you a formula of getting the what, the median. You must be able to go through this formula. Now, so next time, have a calculator with you, or have a writing material. When I do something, I'll be giving you something to be able to do. So I've uploaded these notes. They have totally different examples than the one that I have done. You can be able to go through, and if you have any issues, you'll be able to inform me. So let me hear from you. Can we call it a day today? Can we end the class there? But if anyone with a question, they can easily be able to say. So median is very important. 5 minus the cumulative, n over 2 minus the cumulative frequency over the frequency of that class, and then multiply by the class width. Anyone with a question needs clarification? So in the next class, we shall go through measures of dispersion, that is the variance, that is the range, and the standard deviation. So again, I'll send the notes by. I had said Friday, but it was a bit difficult. By Saturday, I'll be sending the notes by Saturday. It is much easier because I have other classes on Friday. You go through the notes. If you have any issues, you can be able to discuss on this forum. This out. So I can be able to unmute you and maybe someone to say something, and then you call now. Let me just call it a day. So have a lovely week. Have a lovely week.
You are currently the only person in this conference.